welcome to Cheryl Mageni Network. This is Ponda with Cherie segment. So today we are going to do things a little bit different. Our guest is from Cameroon, so we're going to do an online interview. And what we're going to ponder on today is skill acquisition and creative arts and crafts. So stay tuned, and I hope you're going to learn a lot. At least nimewapandisha ndege nikawapeleka Cameroon, si ndio? So stay tuned, msikize kwa makini. So now you can start by introducing yourself to our guests. You can just start by your name, where you come from, a little bit of your background.
Oh, okay. Background. Well, hello everyone. My name is Akonzi Katrine, and a tutor, a trainer, and of course, I am a spoken word artist. So I come from a background of three. I'm a third child of the family. Presently, not taking masters, but other courses. I have a master's certificate, and I love creativity. I love skill acquisition. I love books, and in fact I love self-improvement and self-development. So that's a little about me.
That's really nice. We were to talk about spoken word and skill acquisition. So let's start by spoken word. Is spoken word a talent, or is it something that you get inspired by, or things like that?
Okay. Well, spoken word is definitely a talent. It can be a gift, but you need to grow it. You need to work on it to become better. So it has to do with expressing yourself through words, and it could be carrying a particular message. Some people have activism, some have love, some have self-development, some have business, some have politics, many others. Some have women empowerment, and so there is just a lot that has to do with spoken word. So it can be a talent as well as it can be a gift, or maybe you identify and you love and you practice and work on it.
Okay. It can be put in the category of musicians and these musical people who can play different instruments like guitar and things like that, or painters or drawers. It's like an art.
Exactly. And that is why a person who does spoken word is called a spoken word artist.
Okay. So as you write your pieces, what usually inspire you to write your pieces? Because I've watched your pieces and I've seen that they have a message, or they are like similar. So what usually inspires you to give such kinds of pieces?
Okay, well, they are similar firstly because they have to carry a society, the struggles we face in the society. And this particular message are interrelated. So, for example, I talk mostly about the challenges that one faces in the society and trying to give hope to the people who have come across this kind of challenges. And also, so I'm trying to solve a problem in the society. For example, my first video, The Chase, was talking about the ills of the purchase of money, for the search of money, acquiring money. So you realize I quoted some examples where there is injustice because maybe the rich person can easily pay off a judge or pay off and get away with his or her crime. So like I was saying, youths engaging in scamming because they want to become rich rather than maybe going to school, acquiring certificate and so on. And then the second talks about peer pressure on self-identity. How does peer pressure causes a lot of people to lose their real self. Now, let's take, for example, a lady goes to the university and is being pressured by her friends or her peers to engage into a relationship.
Mm,
Now, because she doesn't want to feel alone,
mm,
she doesn't want to be like she's not amongst. She engages into a relation and starts doing things which she did not do. She was, let me say, something things which she doesn't like doing,
mm,
things which are not her personality. So
mm,
it talks about a lamentation of someone
mm,
who finally realizes that she's no longer herself and
mm,
she doesn't know her real self,
mm,
that she doesn't know her potentials, she
mm,
doesn't know her purpose,
mhm,
and she has become a shadow not of herself but of many others, meaning she has how many people want her to behave, that she doesn't really know who she is. So
mhm,
that those kind of people mostly are, let me say, a people's person,
mhm,
someone whom you will see this her and say, oh, she behaves like Sarah. You see her, you say, oh, she behaves like Claudia, she behaves like Cynthia, and so on, because they have taken the identity of a lot of people
mm,
because they don't understand themselves. So
mm,
it is a call for youth.
mhm,
The next video would come at a call for youth. It's still a continuation, a
mhm,
call for youth to understand themselves,
mhm,
understand their potentials, understand who they are and what they are called to do,
mhm,
then create an identity for themselves in such a way that if you're encountering people, those
mhm,
people are not don't define you. They come
mhm,
to add value to you or add opinion
mhm.
to your life.
Ah, okay, that's nice. And I can see you're very passionate about the youth community.
Yes, I am very passionate. Of course, I am a youth and I am really passionate about youth.
Mhm,
My peers. I'm really passionate about ladies too.
mhm,
So it's a desire for me to watch youth do better, to become better, and to engage into things that make them better, the better part of themselves.
yeah, that's really, really nice. So, about your art, why do you like spoken word?
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Thank you for that question.
Mhm,
Well, spoken word to me is a form of healing.
mhm,
It's a form of trauma healing through
mhm,
words.
mhm,
Now, I usually write because my story started from writing. I wrote because that was how I could best express myself,
mhm,
express my emotions, which helped to heal me a lot from what I was going through. Then this particular desire increased
mhm,
because writing, a lot of you will not engage into writing, reading, like watching videos.
mhm,
So the burden to now bring out videos that will call in the attention of more youths, that
mhm,
will catch the attention of more youths. When you're having just readers, the little
mhm,
community, but if you're having readers, people who love reading and people who love watching videos, you have a larger community, you have a larger
mhm.
audience.
Yeah.
So I decided to engage into spoken word firstly because I need to make videos that will reach out to youth and that youth will find it appealing to watch. And at the same time, it is passing a message to
Mhm,
them. And spoken word turns out to be just that perfect model because it has to do with saying words beautifully yet artistically, and then it still has a particular powerful message. Spoken word
okay.
is beautiful,
Mhm,
and it's beautiful. It is unique,
mhm.
especially with the way it comes. So I just really love it, and that is why I choose it.
Okay. So did you discover this talent when you were young, or it's just something that came when you were an adult?
Oh my God. Like I said, some talents are built.
Ah,
Well, I
okay.
would say I'm more of a writer than even a
Ah,
spoken word artist because
okay.
I just recently engaged in spoken word full time.
Ah, okay.
I started writing, I think it's been more than 7 years. I would write short stories, I write
Ah, wow.
poems. So I have been writing for a while, though not published,
Mm-hmm.
but I decided to engage into spoken word uh once I usually do some performances, but I don't post them on YouTube, or because I did not find it that useful. When I understood the power of spoken word, I had to learn the art. Not
Mhm.
really that I had it inborn. I had to
Okay.
learn the art. I
Okay.
needed to master how to my own voice, my unique voice that I can use. And
Mhm.
also I have, while when I'm always writing, I have images in my mind. So
Mhm.
I am able to come up with a video because I know that, okay, at this point, I want a lady to be crying here. Maybe
Mhm.
at this point, this is the image that I want. It is
Mhm.
easy for me to get the image, but the talking part
Mhm.
be learned. I try to practice a lot, listen
Mhm.
to so many people, many
Okay.
other spoken word artists, and that is what helped me to find my voice.
Ah, okay, that's really nice. So we move swiftly to skill acquisition. What made you think of like skill acquisition is very important in a youth life?
Well, skills acquisition is very important actually in the life of a youth, because skills, first of all, is anything that you can do very well,
Mhm.
and acquisition have to do with acquiring, that is getting. So
Mm.
getting something that you can do very well. Now a lot of youths have, let me say, I would say it's a stereotype, like, okay, I have to go to school, go to the university,
Mhm.
graduate, and then start working.
Mm.
While I believe in the circle of I go to school, maybe go to the university, learn a skill with
Mhm.
while going to the university, and then build up different areas of my life. Now,
Ah.
skills acquisition would, I it is very important in the life of youth, especially youth who want to be the difference, make the difference. You
Mm.
can agree with me that in the African economy, if you
Mhm.
have to depend only on a salary, you
Mm.
might live on just your rent and feeding
Mm.
all your life.
Mm. It's true.
So, getting a skill is very important. Acquiring a skill is very important. Now, what can be a skill? It can
Mhm.
be anything that you can do very well. For example, there are people who are talented braiders.
Mhm.
Now, they just do people's hair for free,
Mm.
and they don't know how to monetize this particular skill in such
Mm.
a way that it can become a side hustle. It
Mm.
can become a side business.
Mm.
There are people who are writers
Mhm.
and engage into writing a lot, writing on on Facebook, on
Mm.
other apps. Why
Mm.
not learn how to monetize this particular skill?
Mm.
And also,
Mm.
youth should be able to be willing to, let me say, engage into something other than what they are studying in the university. You
Mhm.
can try to build on what you're studying. For example, you are a journalist, so
Mhm.
it is but important that maybe aside from the journalism, maybe you
Mm.
can learn other things aside. You can
Yeah.
try to build on your public speaking,
Yes.
build on maybe video editing and so
Yeah.
on. That will help to add up to your skills and your
Mm.
potential. Now, if you're going to the job market, you're way better than someone who just knows journalism, like a reporter who just sits and can read the news. When you
Mhm.
can off, you have other things to offer. Okay, I
Mm.
can edit videos. I
Mm.
can write the story. I can carry out interviews. It
Mm.
makes you better than other people who have gone through the same process with you.
Yeah, very true. Yes. So, as we close, I'd like you to speak to the youths, maybe to just give them an encouragement or even just an advice. And we should not also forget, we should not also forget those who feel like they want to give up on life because maybe they've tried so many things and it's not working out for them. So what message do you have for them? And then you'll say one spoken word for us.
Oh, I didn't see that coming. Okay. Okay. So, well, this is my encouragement for youths out there.
Mhm.
Well, there is no one who is without potential. There is
Mm.
no one who is not important. The
Mm.
main thing is for you to identify what makes you important. You
Mm,
find yourself to be not to be valuable when you're performing a task
mhm,
that is not yours, that is not what you are supposed to be doing.
mm,
So, firstly, if you are a youth out there, I would like to encourage you to identify your potentials,
mhm,
identify your skills, identify what makes you stand out. What do
mm,
you love doing? Not
mm,
what do people like what people advise you to do, or what people maybe like you doing. Because
mm,
there are a lot of people who engage into things because a lot of people are like, I like it when you do this, I like it when you do this. And
mm,
even if they don't really like it, they
mm,
tend to start doing it. So my encouragement is, what do you love doing? Because that thing that you love doing will
mm,
keep you going. If you're
mm,
engaging into something that you don't love doing, you can easily
mm.
get discouraged and you can easily abandon it. But
Yeah.
when you love it, you're going to strive
Mm,
to see it grow and to see it realize. And for anyone who is actually feeling depressed or downcast out there because he or she feels like I have no value and so on, of course you do. And sometimes you're making progress without even knowing. There are
mm,
some progress that don't show that, okay, you don't see that. Sometimes when you're walking, you don't easily see the distance that you've covered until you've covered a very long distance. If
mm,
you're just walking and you turn behind, you're just like, okay, I just
mm,
started walking. But when you cover a long distance, it makes a
mm.
whole difference. So
Yeah.
it's just like you're taking step and you might not see it right now that you're making progress, but you're actually doing. So my
Mm,
advice is, if you have started already, maybe engaging into a skill,
mhm,
trying to work on a talent, trying to build
mhm,
yourself, self development.
mhm.
Keep up.
Yes.
Don't give up. You
Yes.
are making progress more than you think that
Yes.
maybe you are. You
Mm,
and of course, it's going to pay off if you
mm.
don't give up, because
Yeah.
you can start and stop, and that is where there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So don't give up.
Yeah.
Keep working. Do
Yes.
the positive you, not the negative you. Do the
Mm.
positive you, do the better you, and not the you yesterday. Just do the better you and keep working. Just keep going.
Yes. So thank you very much. And before we close, you can entertain us
Very.
just a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be performing Lost Battle, just my recent spoken word
Okay.
poem.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're going to find the link maybe sometime to watch it.
Yes.
So let's go. Okay. Um I knew I lost the battle that night as I stood looking at the mirror, reflecting how successful I had become, a little piece of so many others. You see, this mirror now reflects a stranger, not the me I had dreamt of and the one I had longed to be. The fear of rejection had pierced deep down into my veins like an injection. I became a chameleon, shifting my colors to please the crowd. I was never truly mine. I was always a reflection of their needs. I lost the battle that very day that I could not define myself, set boundaries, and say no to the pressures. At each compromise, I surrendered to a nameless enemy, all in my struggle to fit in, to belong, and to be accepted. You see, this part I work is a losing game, but what if I took a turn? Cause after the chase I didn't conquer, today I am weak, not from hunger. I am in fear, not from danger. I am in pain, not from cancer. But it is of the battles I have lost. Thank you.
Hey, good job. Wonderful.
Thank
That
you
was
so
so
much.
wonderful.
Thank you.
So thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity. And I'm looking forward for us to do many more interesting interviews. And can you kindly just tell us where we can find you, your social media handles, your YouTube, and everything, so that my people can also be able to subscribe to your channel?
Okay. I go by the name Kathy Spen on Facebook, on TikTok, and on YouTube. Kathy Spen. I'm sure if you can locate my Facebook channel, you can easily get a link to my YouTube. And I go by the name Yours Kathy on Instagram. Yours Kathy, like yours faithfully. You spell Kathy and Ly. Yours Kathy on
Okay.
Instagram. If you connect with me on Instagram, you will get the links on my bio to connect to other platforms like Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Okay. So thank you very much. So that is it from Ponder with Cherie today. I hope you've learned a thing or two. So you can comment down below of what you think of the topic for today. So thank you very much. Stay blessed.